In October 2021, the Chuddlemen, Ross, Bryan, and Sam, convened at a cabin in the woods to start a podcast. Deep in the basement, they discovered the Goo Book. Unfortunately, they had made the mistake of muttering the incantation inside.
Chuddle,
Now cast into the Chuddleverse and trapped in a time loop, they are the crypt keepers of the Goo gods, forced to ask and answer the same questions about a different horror movie every episode. This episode, they are chuddling.
Ghoulies.
Sup. Welcome to another meeting of Chuddle the Pod, the only interdimensional horror movie club that summons goo gods, or plays with them. That's at least.
True.
If you haven't seen this movie before, we begin with our version of a trailer before we get into spoilers, and we have gathered in the Chuddle Club Crypt this episode to pay tribute to Yaldabaoth, goo god of paranormal horror. It's got a little holy modifier of small creatures on that one.
Ooh, little guys.
And we got to start with Ross. Ross. Ross isn't here. We got to start with Roll. I am Sam, and I am here. Bryan, are you here?
Good. I'm here.
Excellent. And we established Ross lost somewhere in the crypt. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he went wandering around, and he may have gotten trapped in a collector trap. I mean, there's so many different things that could have happened.
Maybe he found some book, and now he's obsessed with the paranormal and trying to do stuff with that.
He could be doing some like sorcery shit in one of these weird rooms. He did find a weird robe the other day. Yeah. Whole green eyes.
Oh, the weird robe room is cool, though. That's where I got this. You like it?
There's a lot of good robes in there.
Before we continue, I must take this moment to thank our patrons, the acolytes of the Chuddleverse. Your sacrifice gives us life, and we thank your beautiful souls. Membership is only $3, and you get to support the show, old episodes, special release episodes. We just started doing commentaries to the franchise movies we're doing. So we just watched Aliens, did a little watch log, record commentary for it so you can play it again later. All that good stuff with the Patreon. Then if you want to support the show in other ways, tell your friends, rate, review, share on socials, all that fun stuff. Now, with all club members present, most club members present, the acolytes avowed, and the collection plate passed, it's time to crack open the Goo Book and officially begin tonight's meeting.
Chuddle Aspertus.
Give me that goo. Oh yeah.
Power and glory to Goo, Brother Pooh. Okay, we got our log line. A young man and his girlfriend moved into the man's old mansion home, where he becomes possessed by a need to control ancient demons. Then for the tagline, only one for this one.
Okay.
They'll get you in the end. What? I don't.
That feels like that fits in this.
I guess it's
the same universe as the collectors. He always takes one.
Sure. Yeah,
they'll
for sure.
get you in the end. What if the collector had little ghoulies?
Maybe the collector does. And
that's
collected.
how the traps go up.
Yes, that is how they get you. Yes, exactly. It needs a little team to go in there and put them up so quick.
Exactly. It's ghoulies.
Yeah.
It's little ghoulies. Okay, great. It's great on the connection. Go listen to the last episode if you're curious what we're talking about.
Who forged this tribute for the goo gods?
Well, this one was written by Jeffrey Levy and Luca Bercovici, and it was directed by Luca Bercovici. Luca is actually an actor who's done a lot more acting than directing. He's been in 71 movies. Or 71 roles, but only directed 10 things.
Yeah. His credit in terms of like the creation isn't too much, but yeah, I saw a whole bunch of
acting credits. Yeah. And then same thing with Jeffrey Levy. He's actually done more directing and writing. Actually, directing credits. Wow, he's got 37. But I'm not sure anything was too horror related. Moving on to the actors in the film, unless you had something, Bryan.
I was just browsing through his photos, I'm like, he kind of looks familiar, but I couldn't like place him. Like if you told me he was in a thing, I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
sure,
totally.
right.
I might remember him, but yeah, I'm having a hard time placing him. Sorry.
So star of the film, Peter Liapis as Jonathan Graves. We've seen him in Wishmaster. He was in the original Wishmaster, and he's also in Ghoulies 4. So there's some notable horror films, yeah. Lisa Pelican as Rebecca. No, nothing notable horror-wise. I'm only going to note horror stuff. Michael DeBar as Malcolm Graves. Jack Nance as Wolfgang. Jack Nance was in Eraserhead, The Blob, and Twin Peaks. Peter Risch as Gristle. Tamara Detroit as Greedygut. Scott Thompson as Mike. He was in Vamps, 2012 flick with Alicia Silverstone and Don't Trust the Bee from Apartment 13 and Jessica Jones. Can't think of her name right now. Ritter, something Ritter, Kristen Ritter. We got Ralph Seymour, Mark, aka Toad Boy. He was in The Relic. Oh, we have Mariska Hargitay as Donna. Horror-wise, she was in Lake Placid, but of course, she is most famous for being on SVU, Law and Order.
Did you recognize her in this? Because I had no idea.
Only once I knew she was in it. I would not have recognized her otherwise because it's 1983 and I didn't really know her until the early 2000s. So it was like a 20-year difference.
Sure, but some people kind of always look like themselves.
Yeah, her face, you can see her face there once I knew that she was in it. But when I did not know she was in it, I did not recognize her.
No idea.
But I'm also not necessarily the best person for that type of thing.
It's true.
Keith Joe Dick as Dick, nice. David Diane as Eddie, and Victoria Catlin as Anastasia. She was also in Maniac Cop and Howling 4.
Ah, okay.
There's a few others, but that covers it.
Sure.
I would say. I don't really have much to say about this cast. It's other than the Mariska Hargitay thing, I don't know that there's much to say. Trying handling this a little differently this time. We're gonna do Is It for Beginners first. Maybe if you're like a child.
Maybe if you're really young and this is something that you catch on TV.
Yeah.
I don't know because I feel like that's what I'm missing from it, is having it in my youth.
Sure. Otherwise, I think you need. Well, I think if you have a taste for like cheesy, campy stuff, That's might true. Like this, because it seems like a lot of people do. It's got a cult following for that reason. I thought I liked that stuff typically, but I would say for this one, it didn't particularly work.
Sure. It could be for beginners. I think I don't think it's the best in terms of like a good horror movie for beginners. I think there's other options out there that are a little bit better.
I agree.
Unless you're really young. I think it's best if you're really young, but not if you're not.
What are the subgenres for this one? Well, we got the little creatures. It's supernatural, paranormal. We mentioned that, which is like, it's in a wizarding way, a summony, culty,
fantasy,
occult. Fantasy.
Occult and fantasy is kind of there. And I guess it's a comedy-ish, funny.
Yeah. I think I'm not sure if it's supposed to be or not. Or if I'm not sure if it's supposed to be campy and cheesy. Or if it just is.
I think to some extent, yes. I think the Ghoulies themselves are supposed to be funny characters and things going on with them.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's my impression.
And
that's
the friend group is supposed to be, well, you've never had to knock on wood.
Thank you. But yeah, I think those are like B horror. Yeah. C horror. Like puppetry, maybe. Like sure. Little, like we mentioned little creatures, but like the puppetry of the creatures. If you're into that type of thing, I think is probably one of the things Ross really likes about it.
Probably
would be my
for
guess.
Like the fun of it. Yeah. Not because it's like so amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
What advice would you give someone going into this movie? Exactly what we just said. Like, be prepared for like a cheesy B movie.
trigger warnings.
So you got any trigger warnings for this one? Okay. I might as well fess up now. I think both of us had a hard time paying attention to this movie. So it's possible that some slipped right by me.
Certainly.
I can't think of any.
Just, I don't know. There's like a woman becomes possessed under a man's control at one point, and it doesn't get like anything too weird with that. But
Sure.
I thought there was going to be more toilet stuff. There really isn't.
Because of the poster, yeah, there's nothing.
Just based on that poster, there's
quick
that
little
one
Yep.
shot. I was like, oh, I was expecting more poopy, gross stuff like with the ghoulies and everything happening that way.
I don't think there's any vomiting. For its time, I'm sure there's some misogyny in there, like when the man controls the woman and different things like with the dick character, but it's really not.
Like, it's like of the time
too
nonsense,
bad. Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's PG-13. We didn't mention that.
Oh, no. Yeah.
So there is this little filter over it as to why it doesn't go too hard.
far.
There's, moments of sex and, violence, but they're nothing too crazy.
Agreed.
Cool.
Oh, you smell that?
What does that smell?
Do you remember if you smelled anything funny?
Ugh, it's that smell again.
Obviously, it arrived spoiled.
It isn't good. It's spoiled.
Okay, we're officially in spoilers for the Ghoulies.
The Ghoulies did it.
So if you don't want to know more about whether or not the Ghoulies did or did not do something, now's the time to head out.
Yeah.
But we're going to start with our IMDb behind the scenes, where we always start, starting with the scream let loose by Donna, Mariska Hargitay, was a stock sound effect. Mariska Hargitay has a naturally deep, husky voice and could not produce a scream loud or high-pitched enough for the liking of the director, which sounded like bullshit when I read it before my second watch. And it's during the scene where she's getting attacked with Toad Boy, and boy, is it awful sounding. The scream they decided to go with, it almost sounds like a whistle or something. It is bizarre. They should have just.
Which one is?
She's the one with Toad Boy, Mariska Hargitay.
Which one's?
That
He's Toad Boy. Sorry,
he's the one who sometimes talks like a frog, and like they use
the weird guy,
the weird one, the weirder
funny,
one of the friends,
and they're out by the pond thing.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like,
okay,
oh, do you have a little girl tum or something like that? And he starts touching her belly,
tickling her.
Yeah, it's so bizarre. So that's Mariska Hargitay, and at that point, her screaming sounds so bizarre. I'm not sure I would have noticed before had I not paid attention, but it's weird.
I noticed.
Did you? Yeah.
It is odd.
They should have just done whatever her natural scream is. Her voice, this note about naturally deep husky voice might be kind of more true now. In this film, I didn't think that was the case.
So that's when those stupid dudes go, oh, she's a screamer.
Oh, yeah.
When they're like hiding
Glasses
out
guy
or whatever,
and friend.
smoking and drinking. Yeah.
Originally planned to be filmed in 3D and actually began production in 3D, the audience would put their glasses on every time the characters put their sunglasses on, and the film would change from 2D to 3D. After 2 days of filming in 3D, they changed their minds due to the complexity of filming in 2D and 3D. This is why there are so many scenes where the characters are wearing sunglasses.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's wonderful. I mean, I definitely noticed it at the sunglass party.
Yeah, at the dinner party. But you can kind of have an excuse for it because the guy has yellow eyes at that point that he'd be trying to hide. Green eyes, Grello eyes. Yeah, I just thought that was fun. Yeah, because there is one, after reading it, I was like, wow, they are wearing sunglasses a lot in this movie, aren't they?
Because there is the guy that's wearing sunglasses.
And he takes off his glasses. That was a nice little guy, yeah. According to story, I almost wonder if this would be better, like maybe when you're like 11 or something, where a joke like that is very funny to you. You know what I mean?
Sure. Young. And like I said, like it's something that's, I don't know, back in the day when there wasn't, before a pre-streaming day,
sure.
You didn't have a choice. You didn't have many choices of what you could watch, and Ghoulies would be on. And you could catch Ghoulies.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, or you're home from school and you catch Ghoulies, something like that too. Like you're sick, it's a sick day, you're home, and Ghoulies is on the home box office.
Right, exactly.
You just get to watch it.
And you're probably like, Yeah, I don't think I would
In
understand.
weird days.
Yeah. Be the way to watch it.
And then you don't revisit it for a couple of years. Like, yeah, Ghoulies, I watched that. That was so funny. It was great. You don't really remember it.
Mm-hmm. You tell your friends
It's
about
just
it.
nostalgia.
And then they come back and one of them's like, yeah, that was great. And another one's like, why did you tell me to watch that? According to Stories
Ghoulies.
producer Charles Band directed this, Full Moon Pictures. He tells on the Full Moon Horror Roadshow, which I'm guessing is a podcast. I don't know. Says he was tasked to come up with a campaign to promote the film. During a brainstorming session, he came up with the idea to have the ghoulie popping up from the toilet. The idea was a huge success, and the scene was then shot for the film after the fact. So it wasn't even in it. And now I noticed at the end when he's kind of summoning the dead bodies of all the friends, they're all crawling out of their different places. Just mixed in with that, we see it in the toilet for like 2 seconds.
That's when it happens.
I just stuck it there.
I'm glad I was at least paying attention at that point. Well, that was actually an interesting kind of thing going on.
The way some of them were moving.
I thought yeah. Like, weren't they dead? They're not dead, and they're crawling and creeping. Hey, a ghoulie out of the toilet.
Yep. There you go. According to Charles Band, he and the other staff members of the movie received a ton of hate mail in response for the TV trailer of the movie. Most letters are from parents who dislike the ads for making their kids afraid to go to the bathroom because of the shot of a ghoulie coming out of a toilet.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the thing that like penetrated.
Yeah.
And stands out.
I knew this movie for the poster. I'd never seen it before, but I knew I'm sure it was on the Blockbuster rental wall. That's kind of how I picture it. The movie Critters came out 2 years later. There's a critter that comes out of a toilet in it, in homage to Ghoulies. Ghoulie means small monster in Persian. I did a quick Google search to see if that was true. It seems like it might be. The original concept of the film was much different than the final product. Originally, the film was going to be about a kid moving into his grandfather's house who finds out that the inspirations for his grandfather's stories are living in the house and trying to kill him. Fox greenlighted the film for $12 million budget, but along the way, the film was dropped and the script was heavily rewritten to appeal to teenagers.
That first idea is so much better.
Possibly. Depends on the execution.
Sure, but there's still like the weirdness and the whimsy and the fantasy nature of it. 'Cause I think it lends better to having a kid in it. And
I think so.
PG-13.
It seems more like it should be a kid's movie. It feels like a kid's movie that got revamped for older kids, teenagers. You know what I mean? Like,
so that's why it works for an 11-year-old, because they want to be like looking up to the cool teens.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's a tween movie. According to Charles Band's 2012 audio commentary for Puppet Master 2, someone else came up with the idea of the ghoulie popping out of the toilet. Band actually thought it was a bad idea at first. Who knows? Conflicting reports.
Came from someone.
This began life in 1983 as a project called Beasties, which was to be directed by Band and the effects done by Stan Winston. And it's often compared to Gremlins, which kicked off the trend, but they were released the same year and kicked off a trend of small creature movies. But Gremlins and Ghoulies were released the same year, and Ghoulies actually went into pre-production before Gremlins. So even though it seems like it was, when I started, I was like, one of the Gremlins knockoffs, or something. You know what I mean? The thing that started sort of a Critters type of thing. But no, it just happenstance.
It was in the air. Someone, the feelings of...
Well, Joe Dante and Chris Columbus had much better feelings, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, it worked out better. I don't know, but they, like I said, it could have worked. It's, I think, with the kid, make it younger, not the teen thing.
I agree.
Maybe a better budget if, like you said, Stan Winston was originally on, or was the idea.
Yeah.
So if you had just like a whole, like they're more fun and creature effect, and I don't know. There's something there.
Yeah.
It could have worked.
I'm with you.
This didn't.
Yeah. I mean, there are people who really get a kick out of it. So good for you.
Gooey for Ghoulies. Yeah. No, I feel it. And I can see
Gooey
why.
for Ghoulies. I can see why too. It really is purely an engagement thing.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Well, I think we can go ahead and really dive in here. Let's stick our hands in the goo bucket. Mine feels like it's got little creatures in it. They're grabbing my hands. But I'm pulled it out. The goo dripped right off of me.
It fell off of you, man. The goo is all over my hands. So here we go. Ghoulies. The movie starts with this sort of satanic looking ritual. There's a young baby that is to be sacrificed, and that gets interrupted, and not a lot to happen. So the baby isn't sacrificed and the ritual isn't completed. So this leads us to our present day situation where there is this man, our main character. What the hell's his name again? Jonathan?
Jonathan?
He inherits this castle, this mansion of sorts. And he has his girlfriend, Rebecca. They're kind of moving into the place, and he finds some old books or whatever in the basement. Starts reading up on, I don't know, witchcraft, sorcery, wizardry, or something of the sort. Gets really into it. He's like, this is just, it feels like my destiny.
I think it's supposed to be that magic is forced, like when he finds the one more handwritten book, that puts him under some sort of spell that makes him obsessed with it. I don't think that's very clear, but I think that's the intent.
I think we kind of, you're made to realize it with what happens kind of a little bit later into the movie. Right. So he gets all into this. He gets a really nifty robe, starts practicing sorcery in the basement, getting real wet while doing it. And Rebecca's like, you're getting real weird, man, and I'm not feeling this anymore. Yep. You do your weird sorcery shit. She's like, you quit school and now you're just in the basement doing God knows what.
Yeah, you're supposed to quit school to work on the house, but now I come home and find you like doing spells. That better be a home repair spell.
And they also have, this group of friends that they've had over for parties, and there's partying and whatnot. So within all this as well, Jonathan, he has also played around with some spells, and he has seemingly summoned a couple of these weird ghouly creatures to do his bidding, and they're not to be seen by anyone else. They're supposed to just do what he wants and just run amok.
Yeah.
And do his bidding when he
permission to
needs
go around the grounds, but remain invisible. They aren't invisible currently. You mean
convenient.
Don't let people see you?
Yeah, I don't know what he means by that. Yeah, don't let people see you, or are they actually invisible? Because I had a question about, like, I don't know.
Their powers.
Yeah. And the point of them.
Yeah.
Like, who are they? Anyway. So he does more summoning. This is when he summons Grizzle and Greedagut, these two
actual little
people that are like, I don't know what their ultimate purpose is, but
to serve him,
where they came from.
Just like the other ones. I don't know why they're real people instead of puppets.
Ghoulies. Why didn't we get more Ghoulies? This continues longer and ultimately leads us to our sunglass party, where I guess he needs to have some people over. He needs, I think it's like 7 or so people to complete this ultimate ritual for power and wealth or whatever, all the kind of stuff he wants to obtain from his sorcery here.
His eyes are going yellow and having weird people things. Each time you see him, they look weird and off.
And he's had to put Rebecca under a spell because she's not digging it. And he's like, well, I still want you. So
complacency spell.
Yeah. He gets all his friends over. Everyone's wearing sunglasses. One of the guy has sunglasses with windshield wiper things on them. That's fun. He's quirky. And then this is when everyone just starts getting like killed in various ways. Ghoulies sometimes kill, sometimes not. It's all weird.
Sometimes on screen, sometimes off screen.
This ritual was seemingly to summon the original cult leader, Jonathan's dad, I guess.
Yeah, I believe so.
Brings him back out of the grave from the dead to reclaim Jonathan's age and youth or something like that. He wants to.
It's almost as if like he was tricked into being obsessed with it to do all this stuff to bring his dad back, so his dad could then take over and all that shit. Yeah.
So they have a little wizard battle for a while, and they're just
the groundskeeper guy wizard battles him. They're like lightning at each other.
That's where it really gets. Yeah. Because there's all sorts of fun wizard.
Turns out he's been a wizard this whole time.
The groundskeeper. That's what I was curious about. I was like, is that the grandpa?
Well, he's the guy who, at the beginning, somebody takes the baby away from the ritual.
Okay, he's just another wizard.
So he seemed to have kind of raised him, but we certainly had no idea he was a wizard. That was like a surprise.
So yeah, he comes in, surprise wizard, and this is when we get our wizard battle with zapping and eye zapping, and all sorts of.
Goes on and on.
It's fun and neat, but it just goes on. And ultimately, Jonathan and I forget how he wins in the battle, but
they kind of destroy each other, and then everybody runs out.
And then everyone gets brought back to life.
All the friends they were alive. It was just an illusion. Who knows?
Yeah. And then they all run out into their cars and run away. And then it just ends with some ghoulies in the back of one of the cars.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing really happens. They just kind of
get you in the end.
We're here. And that's
freeze
ghoulies.
frame.
There we go. That's how much I remembered of it, because it's
pretty good. It's as good as I have for certain. All right. So we've touched on it. I guess the premise of this movie, this guy returns to his like ancestral home and gets possessed into carrying out his father's occult work.
I feel like there is no premise here. I feel like it's so messed
feel
up.
That way? Yep.
It feels like two different things jammed together. I feel like the movie is called Ghoulies, so we're expecting like these creatures to be the main stars of the show, and then you get all this wizard shit, which is fine, but there's so much of not ghouly mischief or anything like that.
They don't really do much. Most of the time we just see the camera just pans by them going,
getting like all snotty. Why don't like Grizzle and Greta like capture one or kill one or do something to one of them? Like,
well, they use one to kill somebody later, which is like,
that's what it is. They grab it to like throw it at a guy. To kill someone. Yeah. I'm just like, what is the hierarchy? Where is everything coming from? Why aren't we having more ghoulies, and why are we having all of this other stuff? Yeah. So it seems confused on its premise of what it wants to be. So I don't think it works.
I don't think it works either. It's hard to kind of determine. Even as I was saying it, you're kind of stumbling along. So I'm totally with you.
And I mean, even from the start, it like, we're in a different time and we're getting a cult thing. And I think I was kind of on board, but
I wasn't, because when it cuts to Ghoulies, so it's like, we're doing this summoning. We're going to sacrifice the baby. Mom's like, no, you promised you want to sacrifice our baby. I'm going to put this little necklace on it. And guy, you take the baby, save him. And then something else happens inside the little cult room. And then it's just like Ghoulies. And I'm like, wait, so what is happening? Like,
you're not wrong.
Yeah.
But I mean, it just takes a while for that to happen. I think that's still like 7 or so minutes. And at that point, I was just like,
does it take that long?
What are we? It felt like it anyways to me, or just like the engagement that I had with it. Because I'm like, okay, I get the point, but yeah, like you said, it wasn't clear enough to get to where we were going. I feel like again, that's when it got mixed as to what it should be. It had that original story of like the ghoulies are in a house, or it's like tied to the house in a different way, where they're more of a central part of it and a antagonist. Like they're just a secondhand thing.
Like in Gremlins, the Gremlins demon, they're causing all sorts of mischief. The ghoulies are mostly hanging out.
And I guess I was confused because again, the poster just lent so much to my knowledge of this movie.
Totally.
So I was expecting a lot of those bald green guys or whatever they are.
Right.
You don't get those until I think to the end you get a bunch.
He almost looks like an old punk or something too on the poster. Like he's got like the suspenders and stuff. Like,
is he wearing that? He's not wearing that in the movie, right?
No, I don't think so.
Like naked little creatures, and like there's like really funky, snotty, hairy ones, and
yeah,
there's
one that's almost like a flying squirrel. When we see it like go through the air, it's like almost got like winged arms. It's very strange.
I mean, I don't know what you said. The original budget was 12 million. I don't know what this movie had
Not
to go
that.
with, because clearly,
I don't know
or
either.
if it did, someone took all that money and ran, because like, I guess that's probably some of the charm to some people is like how bad they look.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I think a lot of the charm to it is that campy, cheesy, so bad it's good thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see how that would work if I could like not drift off from whatever's happening on screen so quickly.
Well, yeah, again, I think that's what lends to the overall premise and the bad storytelling of it. It just isn't a good, in my opinion, watching it as a newcomer now, it doesn't have a decent enough story to hold me there to want to enjoy the campy Ghoulies. Because like when they were on screen doing stuff, I was ready for them to do more. Like I wanted more instead of just them being weird on screen, like making funny little noises and like opening their mouths. Like they did just a lot of showing their teeth. And I just wanted more from my Ghoulies. So that'd be one of my like
some mischief or some anything really.
Yeah. And more popping out of the toilets, I guess. I was expecting more.
Sorry, I'm seeing the poster for Ghoulies 2 right now. And
is it two of them out of a toilet?
Well, it's one coming out of the toilet and one coming out of the tank behind it. And it says,
that tracks.
They'll get you in the end again.
Do you think we just need to stop recording right now, watch Ghoulies 2 and report back in?
We might need to do the whole series. You know what Ghoulies 3 is?
Where's
Ghoulies
the popping
3,
out of this time?
Well, they're all popping out of the toilet. There's 3 of them, but they're all in all caps and gowns, and it's Ghoulies Go to College.
See, maybe they understand the assignment later on. It can't, like, more Ghoulies, less sorcery.
Yeah, right. Who knows?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that was one, like, the biggest knock against its filmmaking or technical aspects is that it didn't have the money to either make the Ghoulies look good enough to work in this movie and the production will look good in whatever this movie is, and or they didn't have the filmmaking ability to make a better story. So where that we had more of
I think the low
Ghoulies.
budget had its charm for the creature effects and the lightning and the eyes and stuff, but it didn't. It's the story. It's the storytelling that really, for me, falls flat. Yes, it's low budget, not very good on the filmmaking technical side, but I don't, that can be charming, and that was no issue for me. But it was that when we see a ghoulie, it's just kind of like meh, as it pans by them instead of seeing them, go scratch a person's face or set up something to fall on somebody or whatever. They don't do any of that. Suspenders of disbelief. I don't really have anything because the whole movie is so
wonky.
My suspenders were never on necessarily, so it's hard for them to be pulled because the premise, if you're not buying into the premise, you're kind of never wearing the suspenders.
I agree with that. I was going to say that kind of same thing. I didn't really have them. There's nothing to be tugged at with this one, which leads me to the thought. You said this came out the same year as Gremlins, and actually the thing before, and Gremlins is what really started this small creature wave.
Right.
So were there any small creature tropes at this point? What was there?
I think more small creatures before were probably like, that's a great question. I would think of them as like more animal attacky type things. Like, right. I don't know if I can't think of any examples. I don't know if you would, but when you think of small creatures, I think generally you think of like small mischievous little guys and not like ants or something.
Certainly. And I don't think that you're going to keep harping on this. I don't feel like they're mischievous enough. The Ghoulies aren't doing enough. Except for the one time one pops out of a toilet and you're like, oh, that's wonky. But like,
sure. Did Puppet Master have the same problem? I can't remember.
I feel like
we get some at least more entertainment from them.
Right. There was something that we did just didn't grip us with it that I feel like maybe later ones understand the assignment a little bit more of what they're supposed to play into. Or what we think they should play into.
Right, you know, what we would like.
Yeah.
Again, plenty of people really like this movie. Character choices. I mean, so we have our main guy and his girlfriend that we've talked about. All the characters are very flat and one-dimensional. These two aren't particularly interesting. We kind of have some fun friend characters that are like, oh, you got the goofball party guy and the weird toad boy, and sort of the ladies man, boy. Dick is the ladies man. Dick, call me Dick, but you can call me Dick. Yeah.
Yeah, he was ridiculous.
He was, yeah. And of course, the other two lady characters basically didn't really have much of a character other than that there were ladies. Really not much to say. I enjoy the performance of the comedic relief guy with the glasses, always in the sunglasses.
Yes.
You know, I found him entertaining.
Was he the one that was doing the dance and just twirling on the floor and then like goes upside down?
All the drugs fell out of his pocket.
Falling out of his pocket.
Yeah. That was a good bit.
Yeah. There's like little things in here. That was fun. It's like hyper 80s in that aspect with like dance scenes and all that kind of stuff. So it plays into that teen aspect.
Another thing, that scene kind of went on a little too long. I was like, how long are they going to be cheering this guy on?
Which is so funny because the movie's like an hour 21 minutes.
It's short, yeah. And yet it still has parts that go on too long.
Again, I feel like it gets lost in its story and it's lost what it's trying to do. It just didn't have it. It probably went through however many rewrites. You said a bunch.
Right. Yeah, lots of changes. Then dialogue. I can't think of really anything that stands out. You got the Dick, you can call me Dick, the Toad Boy. Things already said when he's like, oh, is that a little girl's tum? And starts like tickling her after he'd been sitting there talking normally. It's so weird. The fact that they have Donna, Mariska Hargitay's character, even sort of entertained by this guy at all. Like before, she talks about how they had gone on a date and somebody was like, oh, Toad Boy. He's like, oh, you know, he may be a little weird, but he's not that bad or something. No, he is that bad.
Yeah, he's pretty bad.
Very strange characterization.
Yeah, indeed.
Which again, I think from sort of a cult film fan perspective, it's that odd stuff that gives it its charm.
Yeah. The heavy characterization.
I want to say he added his charm for me. Did anything surprise you about this one? That it didn't utilize the Ghoulies the way you expected?
Yeah. What surprised me is, I didn't expect like a dude in a full white wizard robe conjuring spells and then getting rained on and like everything.
Right. Inside.
Yeah.
Some of that indoor rain. That's some
wizard
magic.
Battle. I was not expecting a wizard battle.
A wizard battle. Yeah, me neither.
I guess that surprised me. Lightning.
I wasn't expecting it to find it such a chore in a way. Like, and it's not even that it was a chore. It's just hard to pay attention to. I found it very difficult to pay attention. It wasn't like I was like, oh, I got to watch this again. It was more like, oh, I'll try. But I don't know if it'll work.
I agree. Yeah.
Any scares or jump scares in this one? Not that I know of.
It's a no for me, dog.
All right. That takes us to the gore/kills. I did my best here. Hopefully I got them. Like I said, I had a lot of trouble paying attention. So I'm pretty sure all the deaths and kills were at the end. I think I got them here. So with the Toad Boy at the little fountain thing, he gets an eye bite and he's screaming. And then Mariska Hargitay screams. That's when the guys say, oh, you know, she's a screamer. And presumably she gets killed there too. She must, because she's dead the next time we see her. Dick and the other lady have had sex up in the bedroom, presumably. And he's going back downstairs, and there's some brand new blonde lady there who's
hitting on him.
Seems to be throwing out a dick, and he's cool with that.
That's
so
awesome.
He makes
He's
out
like,
with her.
Yes.
Makes out with her, but then he's like, wait, come on, who are you? And she shoots her tongue out, which wraps around his neck and chokes him and bleeds him some, kills him.
Yeah, I thought that was fun.
That was fun. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The glasses party guy gets bonked on the head, dragged off. The friend of his who he's always with, this one is my favorite. He thinks he's going up to walking up behind glasses guy, smoking a joint. We see his like outline. He comes up behind him. He's like, hey man, don't bogart the joint. And it turns around, but it's the two little people stacked on top of each other, and they throw the ghoulie at him, and it attacks him. So they pull like the kid in a trench coat routine. That was pretty fun.
That was good. Exactly. Well, there you go. So that was a little bit of the ghoulie mischief. We just
yes, exactly. But it was caused by the people, the little people again, and like the tongue thing was by a person.
Yeah.
Now the lady who's not Mariska Hargitay seemingly gets killed off screen by the ghoulie that was inside the big clown doll. The clown doll attacks her, and then goo starts coming out, and then the ghoulie climbs out of it. Then she must die because the next time we see her, she's dead.
She falls down. She's the one that flies down the flight of stairs. No, that's
Rebecca. Yeah. So now we got all the prior victims with wounds crawling towards the summoning.
Yes.
And that's actually maybe the most gore because we see each one in a wound on them.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rebecca falls down the stairs.
Yes.
That is all our kills and gore. With that said, intensity. I feel like a 1, maybe a 1.5.
Fatality.
I forgot about that.
No, you're good. Intensity 1
or a 1.5. I don't know if the tongue thing adds anything.
Sure,
like
1.5.
Sure. Gotta give it
that's fine.
A little something. Consistency, it is just at the end here. That's the only time we get
there's nothing
any
else.
death or kills. So I'm going to give a 1 there.
Sure,
all right
I'll
with
take
that?
it as well. 2.5?
So that gives it 2.5, yeah. Which feels right. 2.5 out of 10. Feels right for this one. Should it be gooier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Besides
there actually
like the
is some
snot
good
from the
goo. Yeah. Like
Ghoulies.
there's actual like gooiness, but like bloodier, gorier for sure. Although actually I would say for the tone of this movie, it wouldn't need a whole lot more. It'd be kind of weird if it got too crazy.
Right. But I think there's something that could be done there. It's just, again, give us some more death kills maybe throughout a little bit if you can, or a little less off screen. The story just need to be simplified. You could still have him be the child of this cult that was supposed to be sacrificed, and he's destined to do whatever. So he inherits his house. He has the big party, and then it all takes place during the party. Like he goes downstairs and then opens up a book, and that's how he already gets possessed and compelled to take over and just immediately summon stuff. And then we have ghoulies running around and taking out all these people at the party, and people are fighting ghoulies and getting killed, and you have just a little bit more ghoulie action, mischief, a little bit of blood and fun.
Yeah.
And you could still have your teens having a party aspect to it. And then at the end, you could have a little bit of a wizard battle or something.
Sure, you can keep your wizard battle. Just give us more ghoulies.
There. Nailed it. Solved it.
I'm with you. So the climax of the movie is that wizard battle. I mean, it didn't work for me. It's kind of funny, but let me put it to you this way. I watched this movie twice. The second time was when I even realized there was a wizard battle. Because
that's funny.
Get so disconnected while it's on.
No, I get it. I like it, but I like it as a different movie. I want it in a wizard movie that I'm watching.
I did like it once I was paying attention. I was like, this is ridiculous.
It's
you know what I mean?
wild.
If I
They're
could,
literally shooting lightning out of their eyes into the other person.
Yeah. If I could stay focused with this movie, I could see having a really good time. I just cannot. That really does it for the body of the movie. You got anything else you want to say?
Like, I didn't dislike this movie. It just didn't click for me. And I think it's, like we said, it's either that aspect of not experiencing it when we were younger or just having the attention span now to like the story or whatever it is. Like, I just don't have that connection to it. So I can't, it's harder for me to look past the flaws of it and find the endearing qualities, but I do see it. That's the thing. That's why I don't like dislike it or actively like hate it or anything, because I can see those qualities. I just wanted more from it.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well said. Time for the crematorium of questions. Let's do it to it. How are we going to survive this one?
I mean,
or how many will be sacrificed?
Doesn't everyone survive? Ultimately, it depends on if
we have a wizard who can defeat the
can defeat the other bad wizard. Because even if we die, we'll come back to life.
And how did everybody get killed? They're getting tricked by most of them don't even get killed by a ghoulie, really.
Those little guys, Greasel and Grinzelbum or whatever.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right.
I think we could survive this one, and I don't think any of us need to be sacrificed.
Hero level, is there a hero in this movie? Because our protagonist kind of becomes an antagonist,
right,
by accident, and becomes our protagonist again.
Yeah, what the hell is our hero? Rebecca, but I mean, no, she's just there to be a thing for him,
manipulated.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Is it groundskeeper? Is it the groundskeeper wizard?
Yeah, it is. So for tenacity, I mean, he's stuck around. He's been at that house since at least Jonathan was a baby, and been biding his time. Fought well. I'll give him a 3 for tenacity. What do you think?
Yeah, and he held his own, like you said, and held out. So yeah, 3 works for me as well. And then his iconography, I really just think of him as just another.
Can you picture him at all?
Man.
Sure. Yeah.
Not past that. I'd like if
Grandpa Seth.
He reminded me very much of Grandpa Seth. So,
which is Troll 2 for the folks listening.
So I mean, did he have a final wizard form? I don't remember if he was
he was wearing like, it looked like red jammies. It was like a red onesie.
Right. That's right. It was odd. I mean, that's an idea there. So maybe a 1. It'd be so hard to recognize him as a character at a con.
Incredibly hard.
By himself and even with someone else, unless you somehow had lightning coming out of your eyes. So yeah, I'm going to go with a 1. So 1 and a 3. That's a 4.
Tough.
Villain
level.
The Ghoulies?
Is the villain the Ghoulies or the guy? The master at the end that fights.
I feel like it has to be because he's the master of it all.
Right. And he set up whatever it is to trick his son into all this. So,
I mean, he's like an undead wizard looking guy.
Yeah, he's pretty powerful.
Yeah. So his power level is not too shabby. He, I guess, had the ability to come back to life to some extent.
He needed other people to help, but we know his power level is less than the hero that we just rated because he defeats him.
Yeah, they get sucked into something happens.
Yep, that sounds right.
Like it's a self-sacrifice. I think.
Yes, it is a self-sacrifice type of deal. Like I'm gonna, blow us both up, type of thing. So I want to go any higher than 3. I guess 3? Is what I'm getting at. Yeah,
I agree. And his iconography. Probably
more
a little bit better
than the grandpa. Yeah.
Like if I saw
eyes, the blonde hair, the undead version of him in particular, and that robe, crossing the arms with the hands on the shoulders, whatever that look is. I mean, if I saw him at a con, I'd probably be like, I've seen that.
I've seen that. I could recognize. I'd give it a 2, maybe.
Sure. So that gives it a 5, which is stronger than our hero, but our hero does sacrifice himself to take out the villain.
That's true. That is what needs to happen.
So I think it works.
Yeah, it's fine. The score still works. The scale still works.
Yep. Should it have a sequel? What's your sequel? It should
not
have a sequel.
No, it doesn't. It didn't work. And
I think this is one of those cases of a remake where you make the Ghoulies more the center of attention, or I like your idea of you can still keep the wizard stuff, but have that whole middle section of the movie have the Ghoulies actively being mischievous.
Yeah, mischievous Ghoulies. If that's how you just revamp this. If we're gonna do a straight up sequel for this, you can still just tie it to a location and have more Ghoulies and take out a lot of the wizardry. You're gonna still have to have some of that to, I guess, summon the Ghoulies. But
Right.
we don't need Grizzle and Grundle to
keep them Ghoulies. No
think they're
offense, I
great.
know.
Yeah,
they did a fine job.
but they're not Ghoulies. We just want more Ghoulies being ghoulish.
Or if maybe put them in ghoulie makeup. You know what I mean? If
Big
you
Ghoulies. If you need like,
little person.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's something
Actors.
else to be done there, but I think it needs more of that mischievous nature of the little creatures that we're, I guess, kind of expecting. Give us something.
So I don't know why I just thought of this. Would you consider Chucky a little creature?
A little monster? A little creature?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I don't know, and I can't put a nail as to why. He feels
Probably because of the slasher
it's
thing.
the
I feel like it feels
it's
too
the possessive
confirmed
nature.
in slasher.
Yeah, that too, but the
Sure.
possessed
And it's just
doll
one, it's not multiple.
feels different.
Well,
than like an organic
at
type creature.
first at least.
Sure, but like, yeah,
I
the
get it.
beginning essence
I was
of
just
it.
was asking. I thought of it because we're thinking of a little person dressing as a thing. Okay. What prop do we want for the crypt from this one? I'll take maybe that book, or like
toilet?
one of the protective necklaces.
Just have a
toilet with
nice
ghoulie.
normal looking. I mean, take the ghoulie out. Just a nice normal toilet for the crypt,
Oh.
because we have all
We
those
got
weird
plenty of
toilets.
those. Yeah, but we got plenty of regular ones too.
Ross can't
I just
seem
don't
to
like
find
using them.
Maybe that's where he's at. He's still trying to find. He got caught in one of the toilets. Yeah. I think any one of the ghoulies is a good thing to have. Or
He went to the giant
the
toilet
talisman.
room. He's in a toilet right now, popping out like,
He's acting like a
"Save
ghoulie.
me, help me, Sam, Brian, I'm stuck in this giant toilet." Okay. We'll get to you later, bud.
I'll get to you, bud. We have to record.
Midnight showing. What are we throwing? You could throw pills and joints when the guy goes upside down.
Certainly. Toilets.
Yeah, toilet paper might be easier, but
I mean, if you really want to commit.
I've been working out, so I could probably do a toilet.
Perfect. Toilet paper does work as well.
Can't say I have a lot of stuff. You know what the concession vessel is for this one?
A toilet?
A toilet, yeah. You are eating popcorn out of that toilet, bub. Or it's nachos. The nacho cheese is in the toilet and the nachos are in the tank.
Perfect. Ross would love that. That's amazing. Nailed it.
We did nail it.
That's a great concession vessel.
Let's cut off our fingers.
Let's do it.
I only want your fingers.
Should we all, cut our fingers open and bleed on it?
Can you wrap your fingers around this?
I'll take the Voorhees burger and a side of Jason's bacon.
Show them.
All right. Time to give the rating for the movie Ghoulies, which you just heard us speak on. Our ratings are subjective. Doesn't matter if it's a good movie, bad movie. We don't care about that. We care about our experience. So the quality of this movie isn't the only reason why we weren't in love with it. But let's go to, you know what? I'll do myself first. I don't know if start with myself when I'm hosting, but I am tonight. We have engaging. I think I'm going to be generous and give it a 0.5 because it might even be a 0.25, but I don't want to give it too low of a score because it's not like I hated it. So be generous where I can.
Mm-hmm.
Sticky. I will be generous and give it a 0.25. I really would be shocked. I certainly won't be thinking about this movie if I remember much from it. I don't know if that will be the case either, but let's give it something. Stuffable. Same thing, 0.25. I don't certainly have no desire for anything from it, but for the right cool thing at the right price, I'm not totally against it, but I just can't imagine. Cockles is also going to be a 0.25. No, I'm going to give it a 0.5 because really, I think if I could get engaged with it, my cockles would be higher because there are some good gags in it. I don't mind the creature work. I kind of like that it's cheesy and campy. Mm-hmm. I just can't stay involved with it. And rewatchable will be a 0.25 because while I'm not against ever seeing this again, I won't choose to see it again. It's just 1.75. And I'd like to get it to a 2. I just don't see how, given our rating system. So it's going to have to stay there.
Going to have to sit there for a minute. All right, I'll go ahead and obviously go now. Engaging for me, I think I'm going to be mimicking a lot of your score here because it kind of just really is the same level of it. 0.25. No. Ooh. 0.5. What? This is tough. Oh, God damn it. I feel bad. I feel like it is a 0.5.
Okay.
What did I say?
For the same reason, because you don't want to be
I feel like I'm trying to be mean. Like, I don't want to be mean about it.
Right, exactly. We don't hate it. It's just, we don't vibe with it.
It's not the vibes. Sticky, I'll give a 0.25. I'm going to remember the Ghoulies. I'm probably going to remember the toilet, but I'm not. I might even forget about the wizard shit at some point. T-shirtable or stuffable, I'm going to probably give it a 0.25 because, I'd probably buy maybe a small Ghoulies trinket at best, but
right.
Not anything much past that. Cockles, I'll give it a 0.5. Because I like the idea of a lot of the Ghoulies. There are moments that I had genuine fun, but they're just such small moments that it doesn't really do too much. And rewatchable 0.25. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not clamoring to watch it. And that gives me a 1.75 as well. And that feels sucky, but that's where Ghoulies is at for myself and Sam.
Yeah.
And I think Ross was able to communicate something to us from wherever the hell he's trapped from, so we can listen to his score come through.
Oh, great. Let's do that.
All right, guys. Well, apparently my eyes are green, and I am in somewhere part of the crypt. I had 2 very small metal helmeted aides lead me in the wrong direction, so I'm using the intercom system, and here's my rating. Engaging. I'm going to give this a 0.75. There was a few times where I thought I had missed something, but then rewound it and realized it was just a plot hole. Sticky. Sticky's also going to get a 0.75. We've got demonic medieval helmet-wearing imps, clown puppets, and 3 kinds of ghoulies. I'm going to remember all of that, especially the cheesy 80s effects and the goo. Stuffable. Stuffable's a full 1. This movie feels like they were shooting for merchandise for kids when they made the movie. The Ghoulies look like they could be in any action figure set, and the poster, come on, you're going to put that up in your bathroom. Cockles. All right, so Cockles get a 0.75 as well. If we had a little more explanation and insight onto the rituals and magic, this would be a full 1 for me. This is like peak 80s creature feature insanity in the best, cheesiest way possible. My cockles were rocked. Rewatchable. So I think I'm also going to give this one a 0.75. With a runtime of 1 hour and 21 minutes, this is almost a movie night appetizer. It would fit great with a Satanic Panic night or honestly just an 80s schlock creature feature. So that gives me a 4, and I'm pretty cool with that score. This movie for sure is not for everyone. But if you like cheesy 80s movies, this one will fit snugly into your collection. Also, watch out for ghoulies when you poop.
Wow. All right. Great, Ross. So that's a 4 from you, which I wish you had been here to kind of defend the movie some, but that's okay. What does the club have to say?
Yeah, that's what the club has
to say. I know. So this is just our acolytes, patrons.
Yeah. Tiger Kate Snake.
Tiger Kate Snake.
Tiger Kate Snake said the cover of this used to give me nightmares when I would see it at the video store. I'll have to rewatch it, but I can't remember anything about it. The cover, it's all going to come back to the cover. Ricky did say dope ass movie, 10 out of 10. He also said 10 out of 10, amazing film. Highly recommend everybody watch this art house masterpiece.
Sure. Now, obviously, a little bit of sarcasm in there, but I bet he does love it. And I can see why you would. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Again, if Ross were here, he must have been engaged. That I think is the big thing that killed it for the two of us.
Yeah, pretty much. TB says, imagine your toilet jumping out of you. That's my review. So we had a little thing going back and forth about the ghoulies popping out of the toilet in the Discord. Get on in there, chat about things, and that's what we have for ghoulies. So no official scores from them. So we do have our official total score, which is a 2.5, right in the middle.
Okay. I feel fine with that.
Ross's score really helped out with that. Other 2.5s we have A Quiet Place, Survival of the Dead, Seed of Chucky, Final Destination 5, Friday the 13th Part 2, and Malignant are all 2.5s.
All right. That's an interesting mix in there. Yeah. I feel like we got a few movies that are probably one person high on type of deal or one person low on. Not entirely sure.
More or less. I mean, especially with the 2.5 range, things are kind of mixed. Like things with Final Destination 5, Ross and I gave that a 3. You gave it a 1.5. So that's not like a huge differential, but that gives it the 2.5. So I don't see anything that's glaring. Besides this one, this is probably the one that's the most
biggest
I see
difference
with
in
Ross
scores.
Being the 4 and us being the 1.75s.
Right. Yeah,
so
I really thought it'd be a 2. It'll be 2 on Letterboxd.
Sure. Yeah. Round up. So that's where it sits in the Chuddle Club Crypt.
Cool. Yeah. Guess we'll send this one back to Earth. Can't stay here. I guess it doesn't. You don't have to go to Earth, but you can't stay here.
We'll just throw it. There's another room. We just throw these ones into. We think it goes back to Earth.
It certainly won't get us back there, but the movies seem to disappear. That does it. We did it. That's the Chuddle Pod Horror Meeting Pod Club Show Meeting Movie Club Horror. Follow Chuddle the Pod on Instagram, Threads, and Facebook to stay up to date with the podcast. Follow the missing at Ross Purvis if you want to see his tattoos, see his art, spend money on either of those things. Be greatly supportive.
You can follow be supportive greatly.
Chuddle the Sam, Chuddle the Ross, and Chuddle the Bryan with a Y on Letterboxd. If you want to see what movies we are watching, see what lists I'm making, you can jump into our Discord if you want to participate in the show or become a part of the Chuddle community. You can just make it easy for you. All that stuff is in the show notes. If you made it this far, please rate and review, tell a friend. Thanks for listening. It really means a lot to us, especially when you get to the end. That's awesome. Especially for this movie.
Leave a duck emoji. 'Cause that doesn't make sense.
Anywhere. Perfect. Yeah. So, thank you. Join us next time on our next episode when we offer tribute to all the gods as we continue our franchise for the Alien movies. Xenomorph.
Didn't mean to do that.
Okay. So, Bryan, thanks for coming.
Thanks
Ross,
for having
hopefully we can find you and pull you in for next time.
Share that toilet.
And until that next time, avoid the time loop.